Y'all know my partner in crime over there. It's me and Pop. Y'all know we here to stand on this business, man. Y'all go on and support some dudes out here trying to build something from the ground up, man. Hop at us in the chat. Let us know how you want to support. We can put anything on the back of it.
That's right.
On the
That's
front,
right.
we here to stand on business. On the back, let us know what kind of business you standing on. Let's get into this good episode. Shout out to my pops once again. Here we go. Some of his first episodes where he can see.
On my mama. On my hood. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Come on now.
I love a man right there, boy. I love a man right there. I love a man right there.
Am I the asshole because I canceled a Christmas trip to Disney for my girlfriend's kids? Maybe it will be ex-girlfriend soon. Ashley and I have been together for 3 years. Her kids are 9 and 12. I get along with them and they are good kids. I'm not their dad, but they are polite and respectful. My parents have bought them Christmas and birthday gifts ever.
I'm only gonna pause to say this. You know I am not a fan of this stepdaddy role.
Facts.
They met. I had a good year and I wanted to do something nice for the kids. Ashley and I talked about it and we were going to take the kids to Disney World over Christmas. The problem is that her ex wants to pitch in and come as well with his wife and their kid. I don't really want to go on a holiday with this guy and his family. I talked to Ashley and I said I would prefer it if it was just us, since this is our first big, quote, family holiday. She said that her ex really wanted to be there for the kids' first trip to Disney. We argued and I gave in. Then the plan was told to me. He really can't afford to stay where we were going. So he and Ashley decided that I should change our reservation and stay somewhere cheaper. Fine, I don't really care. I wanted to treat the kids to something awesome, but as long as we stay somewhere nice, then I'm happy. We chose a good neighbor hotel at Disney Springs. It's nice and still allows for early entrance and has character events and such. It turns out that what was supposed to happen was I cancel our reservation to the Grand Floridian and use the money to pay for an extra suite at the other hotel. Their idea of him pitching in was paying for flights for his wife and kid. I said fuck no. Ashley said that the kids really want their dad there. I said that he was welcome to take them. She said I was being cheap since I could afford to do this. I can, but that's not the point. I do not want to do this. I can afford to do a lot of things. I only do them if I want to do so. We had a big fight and I gave her the tickets for her and the kids to go and I canceled the flights and hotel. Now she is mad at me because she went through all this trouble and expense of getting the kids' passports and luggage and stuff. I told her to tell me what the cost was and I will reimburse her. Her ex called me to say that I was being a prick and hurting his kids. I said it probably hurt them more when he had a kid with another woman and let their moms go be with her. I don't think I'm in the wrong here, but maybe an outside opinion would help. Thanks. P.S. Her ex is a manipulative piece of shit. He still tries to control her and I'm sick of it.
Now, I'm going to shoot it to you. Because I tell you this all the time when we talk off camera. This is why. And this is something I'm going to say. I ain't never been down that road and never would have. But if I was, he better be doing life or he better be done went to see the Lord. Because see, what I can't do is I can't come in here and do this. So you still basically letting the man control you that left you for the woman that he cheated on you and had a baby with. Now you want your new dude of 3 years to rearrange his whole finances to compensate this dude. So he couldn't afford to have his family and his new wife and new kid to be close to his other 2 kids. So she wanted you to cancel that hotel and then get a different one. Then they wanted you to take the money from canceling that one to get an extra suite. So then basically the only thing he did, like my man said, was you just paid for you and your family. After 3 years, this is why I say don't go do it. As somebody that's married and with kids, you're going to always compete with me whether you like it or not. There's no chance that it won't be the ghost of Terrain here. Bottom line. Bottom line, there's nothing else you can do about it. I'm going to be here. That's why I wouldn't do it. Not only that, man, for 2 kids, I'm going to take to Disneyland. Man, I might as well go get my own wife, have my own 2 kids, and I ain't got to have this conversation. I've been in Disneyland several times. I've been in Disney World. Guess what? Me and my wife powwow, and that's it. I ain't got to talk to no other separate people. Because think about it. That's 2 other adults that's got to be involved and a whole nother child because you want to be a stepdaddy. This is what I'm talking about being a stepdaddy don't pay. Your 3-year relationship is more than likely over. So you never finna see them kids again. And now you the bad guy because you don't want to let her cheating ex-baby daddy freeload his way all the way to Disneyland off of your dime. And then this fuck nigga, he got the nerve. I'm going to call him an effing in because that's what he is. He got the nerve to call you and then tell you hurting his children. But he ain't got his paper straight to take his own children to Disneyland. Ain't that about it?
Well, you know, here's reality, real quick. It's a clear-cut case for me that shows that the stepdad is being used. I'm going to say it one more time on camera, y'all. It's a clear-cut case that shows that the stepdad is being used because it's also clear that the ex is actually the one that's running the show.
In control.
It's not his current wife, and it's also not his ex-wife, but he's still the one that's actually running the show. So here's what you really got. Call it what you want to call it. What you really got is a polygamous type marriage going on is what you really got.
Without that being said.
Without that being said.
And just to throw this as I try to shoot it back to you. And if he wanted her, he could still have her. You could tell that by the control that he still got. Go ahead.
And thank you very much, because that's exactly where I was getting ready to go next. So it's clear that he can go to his ex's house and he can still do whatever he wants to at her house.
Right now.
At this point in time.
Today.
And so the stepdaddy is the one that he, at the end of the day, he's really the only one that's being affected by this whole entire situation.
Taking an L. And a huge L.
It's not the current wife. It's not the ex-wife. It's not the ex-husband. He is the only, he's
well, the baby's taking an L too. We got to keep it real. The children taking an L too. Because you probably finna lose a good stepdad. Because she didn't say that he can afford it. So obviously it sounds like his finances is probably a little straight.
Yeah,
so we got to be real.
Right.
The babies is taking an L too. He taking an L and they taking an L.
Yeah, because they are clearly, it seems like they're in a better situation with mama and the stepdaddy.
Oh yeah.
Than what they were with their daddy and his new wife.
Well, hell, we know that because he can't take him to Disneyland and stepdaddy can.
And stepdaddy is pretty much the one that funded the whole entire trip for everybody. At the end of the day, thank you for everybody, because that's literally what he did. Because what happened was that the ex manipulated the situation and with his ex-wife. Why? Because he knew that he could. Here's the next thing that he knew. He knew that his ex-wife could actually talk the stepdaddy into actually doing that. He knew that as well, because that's what he got. So that guy took it. He manipulated the whole entire situation. Look. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to say this one more time. Guess what? He can take his ex-wife and his current wife, and he can put them in the house together.
He just actually might could. But in the words of Lil Red, R.I.P. the Reginald Tyrone Sweet Wine, I put everything on sweet. Cuz used to say, you trying to hit me with the Lulu. Debo, they were trying to hit him with the Lulu.
Yes.
You hear me? They were trying to, hey, Sweet used to always say, you're trying to hit me with the okie doke.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were trying.
Right? Hey, you trying to hit me with the roper dope.
They were trying.
You know what I'm saying?
They were trying to hit him.
Hey, they were trying to set him up.
They tried to set him up. They did.
Julius Caesar.
They did.
Do you hear me?
They did.
I'm going to fund the whole trip.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Ain't none of these crumb snatchers in these children's mind.
Not one of them.
Not the one he got with the new girl, and not the two he got with you.
No, none of them are mine.
I'm gonna pay for the whole trip.
And I'm paying for everybody.
And then you want me to change where I'm going because where I got the kids going is better than what he can afford. And then you want me to take some of my money to fund some more stuff for the trip that he gonna benefit off of? Wait a minute. Hey, he got both of y'all like that. He don't got me like that. That's why my man said, hell no.
Thank you. I was about to say, because remember, the ex-husband is the one that talked the ex-wife into changing the hotels.
Like you said, he still got all the power and control.
He got all the power and control.
This is what another thing too, I'm gonna say as we end this episode, and you know this and I both know this as men who got kids. Women be having a certain tie to the men they have kids with.
Absolutely correct.
And other men need to always understand that.
You got to always understand that. As a man going into it, you got to always understand that.
That man got a certain level of power and control
yes,
that you will never have.
He does. That's
bottom line, whether you like it or not.
That's a fact.
That's why I'm going to say, no, dog. See this right here? Just go do this with your own family.
Mm-hmm.
Just go get your own wife, have your own 2 kids, and then you ain't going to have none of these problems when y'all get ready to go to Disneyland. You and her, that's the hotel y'all staying at, that what your paper can afford, that where y'all gonna stay. It's only you and her that you gotta discuss anything with. Ain't gonna be nobody else, and that's gonna be that.
We don't support, and I'm gonna tell y'all this right now, and somebody gonna get mad.
Don't be no
step crash. And I want you to get
dummy.
mad. Because guess what? We do not advocate and or support any man being a stepdaddy in America nowadays. This is not like it was when I was coming up.
In the 80s, it was the lick.
Yeah, when the stepdaddies was cool. You know what I'm saying?
You got respect.
In the 70s and the 80s, you know, stepdaddies was cool. But when we got to the 90s and moving forward, it's over. It's over. It ain't cool to be the stepdad no more.
Hey,
because guess what? As we saw in the video, we laughing, joking, cutting up. But I'm gonna end with this as well. But as we saw in the video,
it was cutting up.
as we saw in the video, stepdads today don't get no respect.
No.
And don't have no respect and no say so. Back in the day, let me tell you something. You wasn't gonna disrespect that stepdaddy. Back in the 70s and the 80s, you wasn't gonna disrespect him as a child. Mama wasn't gonna disrespect him. The ex could not disrespect him. No. Because back in the day, he carries the same weight as what daddy did. That ain't there.
You had to respect a man who was feeding you, putting clothes on your back and food in your mouth.
Did. You have to respect.
That's how it was in the 80s when I was born. I remember when I told you when I was first born, especially in my little country town, if your mama and your daddy separated, then your mama went and found you a daddy.
She said it again.
If your mama and your daddy separated, she went and found you a daddy.
Found you a who?
She went and found you a daddy.
She didn't do what? She didn't try to do it by herself, did
she? No.
Come on
I went and found me a man to help raise these children.
Come on now.
It's me and Pop. We over here on this couch. We over here on YouTube. Y'all come check us out.
Come check us out. Jesus.